Hi, so welcome to the live stream. So I'm going to be channeling Archangel Raphael, and Raphael will come through me to give messages. And yeah, and also maybe do a transmission as well. And just before we start, I'd just like to mention that we do have a New Year's Eve group. So it's one we do every year. And the group is by optional donation. And if you'd like to join that, that can be joined by the Gen site, and the link is on the description. And that group will be 12 midday UK time. And if you can't join it live, you'll be sent the recording afterwards. So in that group, Rafa will give messages for the new year, and also we'll do transmissions and clearings for letting go, and anything you'd like to bring in and so forth. And there will also be a New Earth transmission group the day before, and that's 7:30 UK time. And I have got one-to-one sessions for the new year. So starting from the 5th of January, the one-to-one sessions are up, and that's on the Archangel Raphael site. Yeah, so I'm just going to let Archangel Raphael come in and speak through me. Hmm. Hmm. I would like you to know that what I'm seeing at the moment is that energies are very much about being connected to who you are inside and going forwards with your life in a way where you are not in any way affected by anything that is not very much of the light. So, what I mean by this is that it is a time where you are able to be in your connection to yourself and keep going forwards and feel generally much more connected to a type of frequency that is about being able to transcend the earth plane and anything negative on it. And that is because there is very much an energy at the moment on earth that is about bringing in light to such an extent where there is a division now that has occurred between one type of energy in life and another. So, what I will say generally is that those of you who are connected to your innermost being and very much in the light, you will be able to transcend the negative energies on earth because there is a new type of energy here where you can actually go with a type of frequency that is grounded, anchored, and stay on it and not get affected by the negative energies anymore. Because there is literally a division now between the two frequencies on Earth. And one is very much of the new Earth, and one is of a type of energy that has been here for a long time that does continue, that hasn't ended yet, but it is literally on a different type of frequency that those of you who walk in the new earth energy no longer have any connection with. And that is not because you have done anything to separate yourself from these frequencies, other than go deeper and clear your energy and become very much about the new earth in a way where you acknowledge that you are able to be in a higher frequency in terms of being in a state where you are able to actually go into energies which are higher, which are bringing in more light, clarity, peace, harmony. So, because you have attuned to these higher frequency and cleared the lower ones out more or less, you are now walking in a new type of energy on earth, which is here, grounded. And the change came very quickly, and it came in a way which perhaps you did not really expect. But it did come in through higher frequencies, literally arriving to earth from far off places. So, what I'm really trying to say is something is here now, anchored. Something is anchored in you. Even if you don't fully feel it, even if you are still feeling like there is a lot going on in you, perhaps like you are still letting go, clearing, still affected by some things externally. But this is old energy leaving. It isn't new energy. It isn't your current reality, so to speak. But it may feel like it because the energies, as they leave, they feel like they are here now in your everyday life. But I will say for sure these are older energies. And it is that on a soul level, you have all made a decision now to walk in new earth energy, to walk a path that is about light, that is about letting go, about forgiveness as well, acknowledging that perhaps what you have done and what has been done to you has been all about an older energy on earth that is clearing. And whatever has been done is able to be cleared away now and something new born. And whatever has been done to you that has needed forgiving will be compensated for through forgiveness. That as you let go, the universe will meet your needs so that you are able to fully be restored on all levels. So, this is a time of restoration. It is a time where those of you who have literally been hard done by the old earth energies, which have been harsh and heavy, and particularly negative towards those of you who have walked a path of light, because of the density, because of the heavier energies that have not really supported you. You will actually be compensated by the new earth frequencies here, that all that is meant for you will come in. And I also will say that because of this, you may feel a bit like you no longer have to worry about anything, that life is on your side, that you are supported to such a degree that everything is taken care of. I would like to speak about something else now, and that is all of you here have something to do with the old earth energy, even when you are walking a much higher path. And one example can be something that needs to be done on a level that is to do with administration, something that needs to be done in terms of passing a test of some kind in order to be able to move forwards with your life. It can even be in the form of being in some way or another accountable to certain people who are much more about the old earth than the new earth. And you may be wondering how to be with this, how to be grounded on in a way where you can go through the necessary procedures in order to have the life you want, and at the same time be fully in the new earth, which is actually a very different frequency. And I have an answer to that. And that is, there is no such thing as really needing to be with people on a deeper level who are about the old earth frequencies. It is about doing what is necessary. But when you do it in a way where you are very aware that these things are simply almost like something you have to do, which really are not to do with anything deeper. They have no other significance than something you simply have to do in a way where you go through it in order to get to where you would like to be. And in this way, what I will say is that it will be very easy to do with a light-hearted approach, almost like the thing you are doing is not an issue. As you do it, it is done in a way where you automatically are moving through it quickly without anything going wrong at all. And as you do it in this way, it is done, and then you are able to move on. And when you go through life in this way, it is much more that what you will find is that your life starts to feel like you are ultimately living in a way where you are always in the frequency you want to be. So it is just a reminder to those of you here who have things to do on earth, very earthly things, to have a light-hearted approach, to see it in a way where you know that as you do it, it will be completed effortlessly. There will be no issue and you will go forwards. I would like to speak about something else, and that is there are many people on earth who feel inside a bit like they are not sure where to go next. You may be one of them, and if you are in this category, be very much in your higher self and know that you will be guided to the right place at the right time. So it is about letting go and allowing your higher self to take you to where you are meant to be. The final message I have is that you do not really have to be in any type of frequency in order to be able to go forwards with your life. You can be in much heavier energies if you want to be and go forwards in ways which are more grounded, more in the 3D if you want to. And I am saying this because I want you to know that everything you do in life is a choice. And in this lifetime, you are all given choices. So what I'm really trying to say is that those of you who perhaps know people who live in heavier, denser frequencies, perhaps their life will not be as easy. Things will be hard. It will require effort on their part to move forwards. Perhaps things will go wrong for them, or they may even find that as a result of living in a much heavier vibration, they generally feel very tired and unwell. But it is their choice, and what will happen is they will find their own answers, their own way forwards. But the answers will come in a way that is very long winded. It will take a while for them to find answers and go forwards. But it is their choice. And it is good for you to know that everyone chooses the frequency they want to live in, and it is their choice because they would like to have certain experiences, perhaps learn things a certain way. So it is just a reminder to those of you here who are living in a lighter way, who are really very much in the new earth energy. Don't try to force it on other people. Be in your own frequency and let people live in theirs. And don't get involved with trying to change people on a deeper level because it really won't work. And those of you who try to do this will end up actually lowering your own vibration, your own frequency, and getting very caught up in energies which are not your own. And almost you will end up in the same frequency as those you are trying to actually lift to a higher frequency. So it is about allowing people to come to you if they would like your help, if they need something from you. But don't force anything on people because it is really important to let people make their own choices. And when you are really immersed in a higher frequency, you recognize this. You recognize that you are able to let people be who they are, live as they would like to, and actually you are able to be at peace with it as well because you recognize that ultimately life is about making decisions, choices that are your own and learning from these things. There is no more I have to say. The week ahead will be a good one, but there will be things which happen which may make you feel like there is something that needs to be cleared. And that is because you are still clearing up some older energies. So things may arise from within you that need clearing. And that is part of the new energy that you are moving into more fully on a more embodied level. That is all. Yeah, so thank you everyone for listening and wishing you a really good week ahead, and much love to all of you.